What's going on? Mitchell and Mitchell Sip and Spill in the building. And today, Kimmy Kim, what's going on with yourself, Miss Spill?
What's going on, Sip? I'm good. I'm thankful. I'm thankful.
Bless the Lord, oh my soul, and all that's within me. I don't know if you got nothing in your cup. So
I got some in my
we're
cup
doing
today.
a little bit going back to our normal roots of the Mitchell and Mitchell Sip and Spill show. We're going back to getting our drink on. Unfortunately, not in the cigar lounge. We're not getting our smoke on, but we are getting our drink on. How you doing today?
I'm doing good.
Good. Is our drink?
That was a toast, by the way, to being it's Thanksgiving week, Sip.
Thanksgiving week. Well, Thanksgiving.
Yes, Thanksgiving.
Whoever had a Thanksgiving holiday, whoever celebrated, we celebrated Thanksgiving holiday this past Thursday. And I really hope that you guys had a great time. I know Thanksgiving over the course of time had different meanings and stuff. Back in the day, it was like, It was all about the cooking and whatever. But as we getting older, and it's still about cooking and stuff like that, but we now start to get more into the fundamentals of being thankful and appreciative of our family and friends and the things that we have that, that God has blessed us with, and your people that's rocking with you. So we just want to give a shout out to all of our family and friends and people who have been in our corner from day one, who's been in the corner since day 2 and day 3. We fussed with y'all a long way, and we thank you for that.
Right.
Kimmy Kim, when you talk about Thanksgiving, as we go into the holiday season, what is it that you are thankful for, particularly for this holiday season and going into Christmas season? What are you thankful for? What are you appreciative of?
I'm thankful to be alive. I'm thankful to be alive. I know it sounds cliche to a lot of people. We always say I'm thankful to be alive, but really we do need to appreciate the simple things. We really do. Like the fact that we can walk and talk and we got all our limbs, and I'm super appreciative of that. Once you experience the loss of, a body part, trust and believe me, you become.
Yes, I know, Lord knows, I know about that.
You definitely become extremely thankful. But more so, Sip, what I wanted to do today was give thanks and talk about real shit that's going on with Thanksgiving.
Damn.
Why do we have to go to, and see family members that we really low key don't fuck with? Like, you ain't talked to me all year and you want to come over, you want to get some food. You know what I'm saying? You want to eat. And then, you know what I'm saying? And then you might have a family member that is, just low key nasty. You know what I'm saying? Just, you really don't want your baby around them. You know what I'm saying? They're acting fun. You know what I'm saying? Or you go to the house and you don't want to eat her spaghetti because she can't cook. You know what I'm saying? So I want to talk about real issues that really people go on there, like how they deal with it. Because everybody got this persona. I'm not going to say everybody because I don't like to speak for everybody, but I know a lot of people. The different things I've been hearing about Sip is crazy. Like, where it's real family stuff. It's not to sit down, have the turkey, and we pray and we go around the table and we say thanks. And everybody, that is great. If that's what your life is, that's great. But at the same time, there's other people that is lifing and in their families, and that's not the case. They haven't seen each other, they haven't talked in a while, and they just show up. And like Thanksgiving kind of bring a lot of people together. But for those people that, and I think you sent me, I think a message where someone was literally saying this. She was like, "You don't have to go, you know what I'm saying, to that family house if you don't want to, simply for the fact of all the crazy things that go on there." And I'm gonna say that I'm truly big on. And which, I'm going to say and encourage everybody to do going into 2024 is reserving your energy of who and more importantly, not giving someone energy that they don't deserve. And more importantly, reserving your time. Because that's all. I mean, if you're giving somebody your time, you're giving them all you got. Like for real. You know what I'm saying? When you're giving somebody your time, that's the most precious thing that you can give someone is your time. So I'm saying, I don't want my damn time to be wasted, Sil. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, I get A lot of things that I've heard that different people went through, their family dynamics. And I think everybody got some dysfunction in everybody's family. It's just, it wouldn't be a family without it. But I would say is that you can reserve your space. And hell, you can say, no, I don't want to do that. I don't want to go around. That ain't what I want to do. You just don't have to get together for the sake of getting together and then you having a bad time. That's my time I'm spending with you. So, in that family member, I'm just saying. So, I'm just feeling like I want to say on my end, I truly feel like it's absolutely okay if you choose not to engage with family members that you got issues with. I don't see nothing wrong with that, because sometimes we did a show a while back, Sip and I talked about family versus relatives. And sometimes it's not family that makes you, that you be actually, breaking bread with or eating. It's your damn relative. You know what I'm saying? For real. It's a relative. It's not a family.
Well, we made a distinction between relative and family. And there are people that you're related to that don't necessarily agree with you. They don't fucking like you. You don't get along. You don't see eye to eye. Where you going is nowhere near where they going. What they into, you ain't into. And so people that rock with you to do the same shit you do, we consider those as family. Those people that go on commonly do things with you regularly. And so obviously, if you selling some people that you have blood, you share a blood system with or whatever, we understand that that's not your fucking family, because they don't like you because they didn't touch somebody and did this, that, and the other. But I want to go, before we go too deep into that, I want to go ahead and give thanks for what I'm thankful for.
Okay.
And one of the things when we first started, if the people who've been following us, the people who've been rocking with us are our faithful few, our faithful followers that follow us and log on later on live, whatever. Those people that know they follow, they know that I came back home August. I think we did our first show in was it August or September?
In August.
We did the first show, coming back, me doing a live show or a show with us together in August. So I got back. So I was gone for a little under a year, serving federal time. So last year, this time last year, my family had came to see me on Thanksgiving, and I was behind the wall, so to speak. I wasn't behind the wall, but I was incarcerated. So at that point, it was like anything, just seeing my family and seeing them for the entire day of Thanksgiving, which I appreciate them giving up their day and their time, was very, very, I was grateful for it. And today, fast forward a year later, it gives me great appreciation for just my time, my flexibility, me being able to do the things that I want to do, being able to be close to being myself, is being able to, again, do what I want to do and seeing my family and friends. So that's important. So I'm appreciative. So I'm thankful for not being in that space anymore, not being in that position anymore. So I'm thankful for that. Now, going back to, that's one of the things, we'll go more into thankful later, but going back to being around family members, how about, there are things that, let's just say the vibe ain't right. Let's say nobody actually touched somebody or cussed somebody out or shot somebody, but y'all really ain't really talked, and y'all doing it. Y'all really have, or there's things that's going on within the family that nobody talks about. This is one of the things we talk about on the seven family traits, toxic traits.
7 toxic traits.
7 toxic traits where you got things y'all don't talk about. Y'all sweep that shit under the rug. And you go around your family, it's kind of like we act like shit is normal, but we ain't addressed nothing. We don't talk about the elephant in the room. What's going on, blah, blah, blah. That right there, even if it ain't an obvious, I'm talking about like, okay, so you got those situations where you got this uncle that touched somebody when you was a kid or some shit, or somebody that owes somebody money. Okay, but let's just say that's not the case. Let's just say we know that this uncle so-and-so and auntie so-and-so got some major shit went down, okay? And they come into the thing, we sitting there acting like that's all good. Like they one shot the other leg off, the other shot the other arm off. And we see them both, they missing arm, missing leg. And we just like, yep, it's just, we don't see it. Yep, they just, that shit is whack too. Let's address what's going on. Or somebody's kid came out and said they were gay, or somebody's a trans, something like that. And everybody's just acting like it's just okay. You thinking about it, and y'all talking and murmuring towards yourselves, but nobody's really addressed the situation. So we just, la-di-da, pass the gravy, give me the biscuits. That shit, that's whack too. If nobody's going to actually come and say, okay, this is what is going on, let's deal with this as a family. I understand that Thanksgiving may not necessarily be the day for that, but then again, Kim,
when is the damn day for it? I have to say, and for everybody that I don't like to go kind of direct Well, I'm direct, you know that. But I would say this. I kind of prepped this show for different people that knows me and my family. I said today was the day that I was going to speak. And I want to say this. I feel like this. It don't always got to be where somebody touching somebody and that, you know, I went dark for a reason because those are real harsh, horrible things. But owing family members money or not talking to family members pretty much all 2023 and then showing up there at that person's house that you don't talk to and then to eat, we got a problem.
That's whack. It's crazy.
And I'm just saying that, like, I don't understand how that's what you want to do in the first place. And the person that's hosting the family Thanksgiving, would you say, Sip, that they wrong? They said, I really don't want that person to come to my house because we haven't had a conversation. So why should I be uncomfortable in my own home when you got an issue that's been going on all year? So a lot of different families are having those issues. That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about having those issues where things been going on all throughout the year. Then Thanksgiving come and holidays come, somebody want a gift and they want to eat. So they showing up or they don't want to miss out. And, or, you know, one of the things that I said, you know, particularly with an incident that I know that I had to give my input on engage. And I said, listen, I don't want to do a family function until we have a conversation.
Yeah, I mean,
and I'm saying only because they're not going to have a good time. I'm not going to have a good time because we haven't had the conversation. Mm-hmm. And it's nothing wrong. And you know, well, you know, we all supposed to be together. You got to look beyond it. We all didn't die. We all living. So we all meet. And I get all that. I agree. I absolutely agree. So let me tell you something. If you're pulling up where I'm at, and if this is what we're doing, then we're going to have that conversation before we break bread. I don't see nothing wrong with it. I think the problem is that a lot of people like to sweep everything under the rug and like you're walking around like you got time, and people, we don't got that kind of time. You don't know what kind of time.
It's kind of like it's fake easy. Like it's easier to not deal with it, but it really ain't because you still got. And then and sometimes we try to just, you know, it's almost like in regular relationships when a guy or a woman, somebody does something to offend the other person in their relationship, they want them to hurry up and get over it. Like, let's just come on, I did that. I know I cheated on you, but goddamn, every day you're gonna talk about it. Goddamn. You know, so it's the same thing in these relationships, this family thing, where it's kind of like they want to just act like, let's just go on past it. We know we love each other. Let's just love each other, hug each other.
Yeah, and I want to address that too. You know, like when people do this, they say, listen, let's go ahead and let bygones be bygones. And we don't got to talk about. So, or they say that, you know, that's not the right time to have the conversation right now. So this is when I say, when is the right time? Because you had all damn year. And I don't know what kind of time I got, but I don't want to spend this particular day where I want to see other family members that I haven't seen in a long time that I want to enjoy. And I don't know if I'm able to do that with you sitting over there smirking, looking crazy, or over there talking to another family member that you actually talk to, and then it becomes an issue. Because, you know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is, the question was asking me, so Kim, what do you do? What do you do? What do you do when, you know, you got family members showing up your house that you haven't had a conversation with, you haven't talked to, you know what I'm saying? It's all uncomfortable. It's this big old thing. And it's like, and then everybody keeps saying, this ain't the time to do it because it's Thanksgiving. Well, ain't. Don't we supposed to be giving thanks that day?
Yeah.
So if that's the day we giving thanks, I can't really say I'm thankful for that sister, that brother, that auntie, that cousin that has cussed me out, took money from me. You know what I'm saying? Some people have slept with other people's husbands, relationships. They didn't did that. And we family, we sisters and brothers and cousins. And I'm just saying, this really what's happening in the world. And I'm just saying, so what do you say?
The prayer goes like this: Lord God, we thank you for the family that's here today.
Come on, let's pray.
And we hear, God, we thank you. And God, I want to thank you for not letting me beat the dog shit. My cousin right over here, she's holding her hand. I'm going to beat the shit out of her. God, thank you for not allowing me to shoot my brother for doing the shit. He owed me $17,000. My house is in foreclosure. But God, I thank you for giving me the strength not to go off and lose my goddamn mind with these children that costed me all this money in their college fees. I'm sitting here. We're going to go ahead and have dinner. Yes, we is. We're going to go ahead and have dinner. We're going to eat these rolls and this turkey and these dressings and these greens and this mac and cheese. No, come on. That's how this shit got to go. And I'm saying kiss my ass from the front. Kiss my ass.
But some people will say that you're holding on to something that you should have just let go. And I want to say to those people very nicely and kindly is the best way that Kimmy Kim can say it in the way that she said. And that is, fuck that.
Yes.
No, that's not true. Listen, people do that. They do that shit all the time. You wait to this time and that time and you keep putting stuff off because your ass want to procrastinate your conversation. That don't mean that I got to show up for the conversation when you want to have it. And that's not how it works. That's not how it go down. So I'm just saying, like, I know that Christmas is coming 12/25/23. I know that Thanksgiving was coming 11/23/25. So we should have been had this damn conversation. I don't want to be talking over the yams and the turkey and the ham and the macaroni and cheese and the sweet potato pie, the German chocolate cake.
It just don't taste as good when
it just don't taste that good when I got this bad taste in my mouth looking at your ass.
You can't even enjoy the meal. You're trying to figure out how have you gotten the willpower.
Exactly.
Not safe. First of all, when they pulled up in my driveway or they pulled up at the crib or whatever.
And you looking out like, I know they didn't. And then straight coming in with a 2 liter of pop, some this day contribution. If you don't
contribute that shit to your
if you don't contribute that shit back to your car. And see, y'all say, some people say, oh, that's mean. And that's Sim got this thing where he say, I'm not trying to be shitty. Listen, sometimes you do got to be wherever you want to call it to be. When you need to say that, listen, or because see, I'm also speaking to people that have tried to connect with their family members prior to the Thanksgiving events or the Mother Days, or you know what I'm saying? Like you got a sibling you going back and forth with, and Mother Day's coming up, so everybody gonna be at Mama house, like Thanksgiving. So I didn't try to talk to you, I didn't try to reach you, I didn't try to have a conversation, everything, and you talking big bad and huffing and puffing to other family members, and then this day, the damn Thanksgiving happened to be at my house. And now you want to come through and you saying, I'm tripping to other family members because I said, no, your ass ain't welcome at my house. I'm just saying. So I'm just saying it doesn't matter. We talking about it because it just so happened to be Thanksgiving. But ongoing, people, stop acting like you got time to fix shit. You don't. You honestly just don't.
And by the way, y'all, we are so thankful that God has blessed us. Don't get it twisted the way we acting right now because we are talking and we're being real, but I still am thankful.
Very.
So this is a time of being thankful and happy, being real at the same time. I'm thankful that we can be motherfucking real and say with motherfucking truth.
I'm thankful that we created a platform to be able to do that. And guess what? You can do the same thing. So what we talking about is the shit you just got through talking about, because today is the day after Thanksgiving and you sitting there telling your sister, cousin, brother, friend about how you couldn't believe the Paulette ass brought her little stinking ass over there at the house and had the nerve to bring Tyrone crazy ass and y'all ain't seen him all year. So all we doing is talking about what is already going on in a lot of family members, and your girl just bringing it out. But at the same time, I'm gonna go ahead and say this here. What I'm absolutely thankful for more than absolutely anything is that I have one mother that's living on this earth, one parent. And if you know what I know, when you have one parent, you appreciate what you got. Because I don't know what the world would be like with none. But when I lost my father, I feel like I lost my whole soul. So what I'm saying is that I completely understand that the things that we truly need to be thankful for. And I want to say to a lot of people, real talk, you just need to be thankful for real simple shit because that we take for granted. I think a lot of things is being taken for granted. That the fact that you can pick up the phone and call somebody that actually care about your ass. Stop treating that person that care about your ass like they ain't nothing.
Or a person that when you call, they happy that you called. They
happy that you called.
People can care about you.
Or they happy to see your monkey ass. Yeah. I'm serious. Like, you don't got that. When you take that person for granted because you think they always going to be there and they always going to feel that way. No, they're not. Feelings change. And people look at your ass different. Because you know what? We say this all the time. We give the love that we want. But you do need to be appreciative. If you got a child that is happy to hell to call you dad and mom and happy to be, to talk to you and even talk to you, because we got parents and children that are not talking to each other at all. And I'm saying that shit don't feel good. I'm here to tell you that shit do not feel good. So I'm trying to say to everybody, be appreciative of things that is so simple right up under your nose that you're not really paying attention for. You're looking at all the other things. You know, Sip and I made this show, Mitchell&Mitchell Sip and Spill show, so we will have a platform to talk about things and to free a lot of things out. We want you to be able to be free, and it's absolutely okay. Even the most bizarre shit we have heard, and even we go, well, damn. But at the end of the day, it happens, and while you're lifing, things are passing you by. So I'm just saying, slow down and take a look around and say, damn, I'm thankful. I'm thankful for the fact that SIP is here this year and we're able to be here. Yeah, for everybody to say where he was, well, Kimmy Kim, you kept saying he was on a sabbatical. You know what I'm going to say about that? Listen to me real good. That was absolutely none of your damn business. And with that stated, that's why we created the show. So we can do just what we're doing right now. We're being 100% authentic ourselves. That's what we're doing. And we want you to do that too. So we're not just talking that talk. We walking that walk, money. You need to do the same thing. And that is be honest with the people that you call family, that the people that you know that is relatives or that you're in a relationship with. Stop playing and acting like you got all the time in the world. Because I promise you, when you realize your time is gone, man, it hit different.
I was at work today and this guy was talking about work and how long I've been in the industry that I'm working in. And the guy, he was like, man, I'll be 10 years in this particular trade. He like went fast. I said, look, I got 28 years in this, and that shit went fast. He's like, damn. I said, I remember when I left and came back, I was a young, strong bull. I was doing all this stuff and working and fast and everything. I came back, and young Kelly, hey, OG, we got you. Who are you talking to? That shit went fast. So going back to being thankful, let's be grateful. There's a thing that we do now with our other baby called BPEP, Black Prism Evolution Project. And we talk about recalibrating our thinking. So now here's this. I want to give out a suggestion for our thankfulness and gratefulness, right? Let's recalibrate the people that we have around us and how we fuck with people and how we allow people in our space, right?
Yes.
So that the people that are in our space, we kind of, we vet them, or we kind of, what I'm saying? This is how we going to do. You got to move. You kind of set that mark. You set that, and you set that environment, you set the tone, right? Yeah. Recalibrate that shit, set the tone so that now, when things do go awry, we can go ahead and chop it up and talk about it. Like one thing about the love of my partner is that we get in the trenches and we talk about stuff that we really is at the moment it's like, damn, I don't really want to do this right now.
Right.
But it's 100% necessary, even if it's not necessarily, okay, I have some issue with you, got an issue with me. It's like, no, hey, yo, Ed, you got an issue with this, ain't got nothing to do with me. But nigga, you doing this all wrong. And I know you in your feelings right now. But I have to tell you because this is the time to tell you. Because right now, if you don't make that change, you're gonna go further fucking in the hole with this. And so, being grateful that you got people that you can have around to do that. But I think recalibrating your mind so you can put the people or the situation around you for you that you can be thankful for having the mind to like, oh, I regrouped my pattern, my group. I redid my group. One of my boys is doing really well in his businesses. He said he just got a whole new group of people and they all making money, all doing all type of shit. But he had to change his group, his surroundings, everybody buying Bentleys and doing stuff like that. It's a mindset. And he's grateful for like now they all push him. Don't just stop at this many millions of dollars a year. You got to keep going. We got to expand the business. And he's great. Like, man, I wouldn't even thought about that had I not changed and recalibrated my thinking and the people around me. So have the gratefulness and be grateful to even or thankful to understand that you can even do that. You have the mind to do that. I'm gonna be real with you. That's just what it is. And like I said, we talk about the DPEP, we talk about recalibrating the whole situation.
Yes, I agree. I think for those who don't know about BPEP, Black Prism Evolution Project, that's I'm gonna go ahead and give that direct shout out of that's what you also going to be seeing Mitchell&Mitchell Sip and Spill sponsor a lot. And we're going to be basically doing what we do and bringing that out. And that comes with, as Sip said, recalibration, your way of thinking, a way how you deal with people, saving and preserving your energy, all that. But I want to say something that kind of was stuck to me, Sip, that about the difference of love and care. And it hit different to me. So I want to say this to people because Thanksgiving, you're giving thanks, but it's about family. We sitting around the table. So really what we talking about is family. Okay. So being a coach now that your girl is a coach. So I have a few people that I kind of, that like to talk to me and share different things. But I saw something that that I can say that kind of resonated with me. So let's talk about it for a second. What is the true difference of love and care? Okay, what's the true difference?
Educate me. Well, you know what? Care is, I think, a care is, and you mind if I say something about it?
Go right ahead. I'm going to break it down. Go ahead.
So would you rather break it down, or can I give you what I think it
Go ahead. No, go right ahead.
I think the care is more like, I care for elderly people. I care for children. Like, something happened to a kid. I care that I want to give and make sure that I watch an old lady across the street, or that a kid has some food, but I don't know them, so I don't necessarily love them. I mean, I love them, but like with the love of the Lord type of situation, but I don't love them like in intimacy. Care could be more general, and I think love is more intimate, like you actually know. But that's my interpretation, but I could be wrong. I'm willing to listen and learn.
Hey, so I want to say, I like to constantly and consistently learn, because I'm never going to come on any show. I'm never going to speak to any crowd, and I'm never going to talk to my best friend Sip, or and everything we do in business and everything that he is to me and my family and my children. I'm never going to act or assume that I know it all. And the reason why I'm saying that, and I'm giving that 100% disclaimer, is because I like to speak from experience, something that I have experienced myself. And one of the things when, Sip and I, we hold each other accountable, hard conversations, as he said sometimes, that we both probably don't want to be bothered or talk about. But I thank God we have that relationship, because when you have somebody holding you accountable, it makes you get past a lot of bullshit, for real. Because some people can just dress stuff up and put the icing on the cake, and you walking your ass around here looking crazy as hell, and ain't nobody never told you, and you think because you just, as I would say, killing the game, and you ain't killing shit. You just killing yourself. About to stroke out, about to have a fucking heart attack because your ass sitting up not facing real shit. So with that said, I'm gonna get down to love and care. Now this might not resonate with a lot of people, might fuck you up a little bit, but I'm gonna tell you, like again, your girl like to speak on experience and truth, and it hit different with me, but damn, did it make sense. So, Sip, do you think that the prison workers, do they care about the prisoners? No. Do you think that they love them?
No.
You don't think that they love them? Okay.
No.
So a husband and wife said to me that they love each other. The husband cheated on the wife, and he has made a decision, she didn't took him back or whatever, but even though that happened, they still living in the same house, and they still, let me go ahead and make another disclaimer. This has nothing to do with Sip and I. Okay, this is an actual real couple, and they actually told me that I can talk and say this. Okay, so let's say for the sake of name that one name is Lisa, the other name is Sam. So Sam have been going back and forth with Lisa for a few years. They've been married about 10, 12 years. They got two little beautiful little girls. One is 5 and one is 3. And basically, he kept doing it, going through the thing, cheating, and she brought him back, kept giving him back. And even though he was cheating, he still would, as she would say, taking care of home and love her and the kids. Simply for the fact that he always, made sure the bills took care of. She made sure the bills took care of. The kids never suffered. Whatever they had to go, one would go with the other. Okay, they was roommates in the house. She lived on one side, he lived on another side. Okay, real talk. So they come and sit in front of the counselor, and they ask the question, say, well, do you love your husband? She said, well, do you love your wife? And he said, yes. And she said, yes. He said, I love my wife. He said, I love my wife. And then the question is asked, do prisoners love their prisoners? Do the prison, employees love their prisoners? Say, yeah. Well, you said that you make sure that she's got food on the table, you pay her bills, you know what I'm saying? You make sure that the kids are taken care of. But don't in prison, Sip, they make sure that you eat 3 times a day. They make sure you got a place to sleep. They make sure you got a place to shower. So if that's what I'm doing, I make sure that, I pay the bills. I make sure that ain't missing a beat about that. You are basically able to live day to day. I care about what you do. but that's not loving you. That's not loving you.
Like a caregiver.
So love and care is two different things. They live their life for the last 2 to 3, 4 years of caring, okay? Because I care about you, because I've been with you this and this and this time. We got these kids, so I'm doing the very bare minimum, okay? But that's not loving you. Because see, when you love somebody, you get in the trenches in a whole different type of way. See, not only am I going to make sure, as I learned this not too long ago, guys, this provide, protect, and priest. Okay. I learned that a long time ago. I mean, I just recently kind of let that resonate with me with that. And Sip taught me that in Friends. So with that said, that's why men look at a woman, right? But a woman look at it as she is giving birth and giving him children and feeding him and giving him sex, that she's providing and doing what she's supposed to do as a woman for that man. But when you learn what the difference of love and care is, then you realize that you're being cared for and not loved. I'm just going to let that sit right
there. Damn.
Because as a prisoner, as I just told you, it's the same thing. They get to eat 3 times a day. They get to shower, okay? And they get to go outside. They got free time. They got recreational. That goddamn prison don't love no damn prisoners. Yeah, they give them the bare minimum.
A caregiver.
Bare necessities to be able to get by. And if that's what your ass doing day in and day out and living in your house, you don't love that person.
I'm going to dive into that if you don't mind.
Absolutely.
So going to that situation, we'll talk about that prison situation and the caregivers, right? There is a sense of those people that you are caring for that is an actual mutual reciprocity. The reciprocity, or that they're getting something back in what I'm saying. They're getting something in return. So the caregivers are caring for these elderly people because they're giving them care, like they're making sure they get turned over and they should get changed and they get something to eat and stuff like that. In return, the carees, or the people who are getting cared for, are paying the institution. There's money being exchanged to pay the institution in order for that caregiver to give them care. Just like in the prison system. It's important, it's imperative that the inmate number is up, so they get money per inmate, like $40,000 a year per inmate. That $40,000 a year or more, whatever the number is, I don't even know exactly, you can Google that, per inmate pays the salary of all the guys that are there. So if you don't have inmates, you don't have employment because that's your choice of work. So you care that they got to be alive, because if they're not there, you can't have them a shower and all that kind of stuff. You can't feed them. Absolutely. With the bare minimum amount of food, the bare minimum amount of, whatever, which they make them do all the food preparation, and they make them do all the damn cleaning, and they make them do all that shit, and maintenance. So that's a whole new thing. So you're right, when you can't, so no, when I say that, I say when it comes to a relationship, if there is a care situation like that, where they just like making sure they got bills paid, shit like that. So what is the reciprocity from the person they're caring for, so to speak? Because
she said, going back to Sam, going back to Lisa, the couple, they said they walked in and they sat down in front of the therapist and said that they love each other. But what they do is give each other the bare minimum of one another. And they're doing it for the mutual, as you would say, reciprocity of the children.
Well, reciprocity, I'm saying like, okay, he paying the bills and she making sure he gets sex.
Yeah, but they both are living under that same umbrella, so it needs to be done. That's the bare minimum. But there's no intimacy exchange. There's nothing there that I'm gonna have to go above and beyond. I'm not stepping in and out. I'm not doing the things that's love. And a lot of people, you don't know what that really looks like. You don't know what that shows up for you until it's too damn late, until it's gone. So see, she was at a point where she was cooking, cleaning, fucking, sucking, tasting, all that. He was at the place where he was doing it, but they decided to do that with someone else, messed that up, and then now they just fell into a bracket of acceptance that this is the way things is. So they start to care for each other in that way. And then you call it love. But I just want to make it very clear.
Ooh, my God.
It's not.
That's real.
So what I'm saying is, I might upset some people tonight, but that's okay, because that's what it's all about. Awareness changes the game. And at the end of the day, I have to say, Sam and Lisa, for the sake of their namesakes, truly began to cry I think Sam cried way more than Lisa because he realized that, wow, all I've been doing is just showing the bare minimum of care. And somewhere along the line, they fell out of love. And he no longer felt what he felt before. And neither did she. And she was able to reciprocate that. But it wasn't until you can actually see the real thing that you can actually begin to grow from it. And whatever that growth looked like. But what I'm saying is, okay, so that's a marriage, okay? And whatever happens after that, in any type of relationship, but let's just go to a mother and daughter or a mother and son. We've been operating and I don't see you. You come in, you probably throw me a few little dollars on the bills, or because you're living here now and you're working a little job, you got your little woman in the room all the time. And I really don't see your ass, you know what I'm saying? Or dad don't really see his daughter. She always at a boyfriend's house and made his family her family. So you're just going through, as I like to say, living life and on autopilot. And all you doing is showing the bare minimum of care. I don't know about you, Sip, but I don't want the bare minimum of shit. I don't want nothing bare minimum. I'm not an ordinary woman. I'm not an ordinary human being. So goddamn it, I expect extraordinary. Not only do I expect it, I live it. And that's why I'm going to be. I do extraordinary things that put me in a position to, yes, that expectation level is there. But because that's something that I created within myself. So what I'm saying is that bare minimum shit is for the birds. And once you realize that, you be like, damn, I didn't know I was accepting it. Not only is you accepting it, but it's what you're giving your damn self. But then you say you want all these things. I know a lot of people that know the last thing anybody want to do, Sip, is be vulnerable. And I get it. But that's not the word or choice of word or the choice of act that you need to do in order to get what you feel that you may want, deserve, and need. It's the fact of being aware and facing it and not living a damn lie and just being fake. I ain't talking about so much so to the other person, but to your damn self. You know what I'm saying? Because we can lie to everybody else. We can dress up everything. We can make it sound so good to another person. But you and yourself alone know that you are living a lie. That you know goddamn well that you're all by yourself. So I think the best teacher to me is to be able to live in it, experience it, and be able to share that story and to reach back and help others to get past things and get through things because you can face it. Yeah. And so I'm gonna say something that was said, and I said this to you earlier, Sip, that it said a lady said that, you know, people get mad at me because I tell the truth. She said, people get mad because I say the truth. And I said, well, actually, it's not so much as that they're getting mad that you tell the truth, it's the timing and the delivery of when you told it. Because the truth is going to be the truth regardless. And what I mean by that is if a friend invited you to a party or an event with them and you went along with it, but you knew that it was just crap. It wasn't shit. But that person was so happy because they actually pulled it off and they did it. So then after the show, they come up to you and say, oh, you know, Kimmy, did you like the show? And then you say, and this is my response, you know what? I am so happy that you got to pull the show off. I'm so happy that you got to be here and you actually did that, because that is not a lie. That's the truth. I ain't say a goddamn thing about the show. I said, I'm happy about the fact that you got to pull the show off and be here and do the show for you. Now, another day, she could say, well, Kimmy, did you want, you know, and I could say, you ready for me to tell you about the show? Because a real friend will tell you the truth. You know what I'm saying? And then that's when I'll be able to say, well, you know, I didn't understand a goddamn thing that was going on in the show. You know, whatever it is. But at the end of the day, it's going to be received and respected different at that time. But don't just knock somebody out the park when they on a high adrenaline like that. Don't do that to them. And I'm going to say this. I'm going to go a little step further. If you got somebody that is excited to see your ass or hear from your ass, then be excited back, even when you got to muster up that excitement. Because that's so low and few now, Sip. People don't really give a fuck about other people no more. You know how it is, like That baby, you walk in, that grandbaby see you, and it's like, Daddy, Mommy, Papa, Pops, whatever. And it's so excited, and you excited. You ain't gonna be shitty to that baby. You is not gonna be shitty to that baby because you excited to see that baby. That baby, because that baby, you like that baby is excited to see you. And I'm gonna go a step further. How about y'all with pets? Y'all love y'all pets. They be jumping all up around. They like, look at you. You just come here, little Rufus. You know what I'm saying? They like that. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is that I just want to just hone in just a little bit, Sip, and say to everybody that be more appreciative and thankful for what you got in your life right now. Not what you want to get, not what you feel that you need, but what you got right now. Live in that moment, that present, this present right now. Because time and life is happening right now. You're lifing right now at this moment as you sitting here watching the show. For everybody that is not watching it live right now, that you're going to be watching this tomorrow or later, and I get to hear about it, and you call me and you're in the DM, listen, be thankful about what you got going on in your life right now. If you got somebody that's loving your ass, curling your toes, washing your hair, paying any kind of bill whatsoever, or even just calling to check up on your ass to see if you okay, be thankful and let them know you thankful. And be appreciative all year long. You don't got to wait till Thanksgiving. Seriously, you don't, because that's, to me, is truly living.
There are two high frequencies in this world. There's a few of them, but the two most high frequencies that you can operate in, a vibrational frequency you can vibrate in, is gratitude and love. Those are the two highest things. And one of the things that I am very keen on is really being grateful. I mean, it's so fucking crazy. Like small things like being able to just go to the store, go to the gas station, make a drive somewhere, take a trip down Lakeshore Drive in the Chicagoland area, having a motherfucking drink when you want to drink, having a smoke, being able to go to bed, cut your damn own lights off.
It ain't my lights.
Yeah, it's cutting your shit off.
Cut my lights.
Count time. There are things that, that right there is really appreciated. Like Kimmy was saying, appreciating people who fucks with you the long way.
Yeah.
And it's not a lot of people. When you start looking at it, you start counting on your one finger, maybe two or three. You start realizing that people who care for you.
Yes.
There's people who like you. But there's people who fucks with you.
Who love you. Like for real.
Love you. But see, you can have people who love you because there are people that love you. He said, and I'm gonna use this. We're gonna make this phrase, okay?
Okay.
I want to, I'm not coining it, but I want to kind of emphasize on this. There are people who love you, but like, let's just say a father and son. I'm gonna give an example. A father and son can love each other. That's my son. That's my seed. I love my son, but my son is gay, right? Love my son. Can't do it. I don't fucks with him like that. I love him. Or whatever you're into, I don't really dig it. I don't understand it. I don't want to support it. You might be a rocker or a rapper, and I don't care for the rap. I love my son, but I don't fucks with you, right? So you got people who like you, who love you, and all those things. But there's people who fucks with you, which means what you do makes them excited. You do that, I do it. You want to go, I want to go. That to me is a whole other thing, to celebrate you and what you want to do, want to support you in what you're doing, that like what you do or appreciate what you do, or just like that you like it. I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm listening. I was just getting my thoughts together.
I think appreciate somebody who fucks with you, that excited about you being excited. You know what I'm saying? It's like that good lover. If you have been with somebody that's a good lover in the bedroom, that lover gets excited because they making you feel good. And their excitement is that they get to make you feel good. They want to see you happy. That makes them come. That makes them get off. That makes them excited. That's what you appreciate. That's somebody who wants you to be happy. They like to see you win. Because to them, if you win and they win it, for some kind of way, it's like, man, you Hercules. So gratitude is very powerful. Being grateful and gratitude and grateful and appreciative of where you are versus where you were, where you are in comparison to where you've been to be, and being appreciative of where you are anyway. Just you could have been somewhere else and you're not there. So that's my take on that. Spill, what's up?
I want to talk about what you just said about a father saying that he loves his son, but he don't like that his son is gay. And so I want to talk about this. Like I said, I'm getting just a little bit personal. I'm gonna make a disclaimer for the people that know that they are my family members. This is very dear to me. And somebody that I actually love, that is a Mitchell, that I know that is gay, and we did a show about it. That I love him very, very much. And he said some things that was very powerful about who he is and what that means. So I want to say this to the community of just them and the way that they look at it, because it's no different than being racist, okay? But to truly love somebody is accept them for who they are, even if you don't like that. You not like what they do, because God does it to us all the time. All the time. I know he's not happy with a lot of damn things we doing. I'm just keeping it 100. So it's not just about religion, but it's just the truth. And even you not happy with yourself about a lot of things that you've been putting up with, dealing with, and taking, and you mad at your damn self, and you take it out on somebody that truly love your ass. I mean, I'm just keeping it for, as plain as I can. But let's just talk about that father that says he loved his son. So the difference is, to me, Sip, is that when you say you love somebody, it's not so much you love them because you like what they do and they rock with you. You need to love the person that is not on the same page, then they indifferent with you and they can call your ass out too. Because when I truly love and care about somebody, it doesn't mean that we got to be in like about everything. And even my child that I carried, if he is not practicing what I would like him to be, because he happened to have a penis and my daughter happened to have a vagina, and they both like the same thing that they got, then if I love them, it does not matter whatsoever. It doesn't. It does not matter. So I'm not going to treat you different. I'm not going to act different. You're not going to be different. Damn, you're who you are. You're who you are. And that is my child. That's it. That's all I see. That's it. Now, I think sometimes, Sip, that we project as parents what we want our children to be like. They can disappoint us. And hell, I know they do. But we do got to have what we call not just grace, but patience for them to come into their own, whatever that is. And then whatever that is might not be a damn thing what we wanted it to be. But when I can look at my child and know that they're happy to their core, that's all I really, truly pray for. Because a lot of times we are mimicking things that we experienced and what we've been through, which recreate these belief systems, and which is why Sip and I have formed BPEP, which is Black Prism Evolution Project, which means recalibration. And the number one thing we're really going to be aiming to recalibrate for everybody is the damn belief systems that's the way it's supposed to be. Or your younger self is fighting something that you don't even got to fight anymore. It's not your damn story. If your parents did some crazy shit that affected you in your life, that's their story. You know better, you do better. That's it. That's all. If you have a child that is not who you would like for them to be, stop putting what you want on them to be you and accept them to be them. If you really love somebody, you're going to encourage them to be them. And listen, I'm going to tell you something. Sometimes, I just said this today, Sip, to a friend of mine. She haven't seen her guy in a while, and she's seeing him today, and it's a lot of things that she wanted to share with him. And I said, listen, have you ever had the conversation? She said, no. I said, have you ever told him any of this? What you're telling me? She said, no. I said, well, then I'm not the one screwing you, fucking you, making you do anything or anything at all, paying out a bill. He's doing all that. That's who you need to have the conversation with. I'm just a listening piece at this point. And I'm just keeping it 100. That's who you need to talk to. Hard, different, uncomfortable, but get all like that. Because if the shit is real, it's going to stand the test of time. Sip, you say all the time about having a baseline, your core. And you can't have that unless it's real. Really, you just can't have that unless that it's a real thing. And a real thing to me, in order to have that, you got to get uncomfortable sometimes. Sometimes patterns are going to be changed because you're so set and you think that's the way it's supposed to be. But your parents' life was your parents' life. Your life is your life and your life alone. I feel like when God gives us children, he lends them to us. We need to love them while we have them because they're not of our own. Doesn't matter. I mean, I've carried 4, you hear me? And they're not mine and mine alone. My children got their own stories. They got their own things that they're gonna face. It ain't gonna have nothing to do with me being a mom. But what I need to do, and I want to encourage everybody to do this more and more, be each other's peace, man. You know what I'm saying? Because life is happening with so much other shit going on with career and facing mistakes that you did and you had to do time for that. Or you feel like damn karma that hit you with here, and then you didn't got sick, you didn't got well, then you got to take care of your parent, and then it's so much shit happening. The last thing you want to do, if you got someone in your life, you want to hold on to that person that you can just be the peace. And this is how you know you really fuck with each other. You don't got to be doing nothing. You don't got to be doing it. If you can just be in the room with that person and you absolutely quiet and you ain't talking about shit, but the fact that you know that he there and the fact that he know you there and you good, then you good. You got something. So all I'm saying is that a lot of times we are judging, Sip. We are looking at shit all and taking it all the wrong way. And a lot of shit is that we haven't healed as a kid. And don't make your fucked up insecurity be mine. You know what I'm saying? So I might say things, do things to make you insecure. And because that shit tells you this is what I need to heal within me. And take time to do that. Because mental health is huge. It's huge. And I'm gonna put this disclaimer. I'm gonna go out there and say this is not a disclaimer, but I want to say this to my young brothers and to my black men, period. All of y'all, I mean, whatever you want to call it. But weed is not the answer. And I know it makes you feel good. And I ain't telling you to not do it. What I am telling you is that it's still not the answer. Because when you get through doing that, you still got issues and problems. Fucking ain't the answer either. Because when you get through doing that, you still got problems, you still got issues. What I'm saying is just take that long, you ain't never lying. Take a long look at yourself, not nobody else. You ain't got to talk to nobody else, just you. And when you take a real good look at you, then you will see everything that there is.
I want to add to that as we get ready to get up out of here. So one of the things about that, when you look at yourself, it can sound easier said than done. But the reality of it is this. Let's do a basic assessment. She say, look at yourself. There are things there's third-party perspective that I call, right? Where everybody kind of agrees that what you do, they all kind of say the same thing. Like, you normally do this. You don't. We have these events, we have these parties, you never show up. Or you always snapping off. Or when you drink, you fucking ridiculous. Or when you smoke, you ridiculous. Or you don't show up for work or whatever, right? You say you're gonna do something, you're always faking out. Everybody's saying that kind of shit. You need to kind of look at that's the first step. It's like, I'm not saying agree with everybody, but sometimes you got to kind of look at third-party perspective. Everybody that don't know each other are saying the same thing. Sometimes that's some information you can take and say, okay, they're saying this. Let me look at that. That's the first step of actually trying, because now you got some kind of a litmus test or a mirror to kind of you got some data to go off of. All right, cool. Now, then you start looking at stuff that you do. You're like, damn, I keep doing these certain things. I'm getting the same results. I'm not getting anything different. Ain't nothing else happening for me. So you look at that. You start saying, okay, what can I do to make things better for me? What can I do? And so you really have to look at yourself and say, okay, what am I doing wrong? How can I make this better? The whole nine. So that is a way of really starting looking at yourself and paying attention to what is going on with you and what you got to do for yourself. So Kimmy Kim, I think it was a good show. I think talking about, first of all, what we're grateful for. Talking about not necessarily settling for bullshit ass Thanksgiving dinners and family gatherings that ain't really family, just some motherfuckers you're related to by blood that don't give a fuck about you. Or if they did give a fuck about it, they didn't do anything to make sure you were better. So I don't think you got to settle for that. And also think that being grateful for just the basic things and not assuming that you got time to fix things that were wrong. And then also, Kimmy Kim was talking about getting your baseline down pat, and really just living your best life at this point. Living your best life, being unapologetically living your best life and being unapologetically yourself, and really honing in on who you are and not accepting bullshit. There are things that you don't feel like doing, that you don't want to do. Kiss your ass from the motherfucking front is what I would say.
Well, I mean, when you say, what you just say? Yeah, I know your girl sipping, so I'm in that mood.
We both sipping.
But anyway, You said, what you just say?
That being said,
Because I had a point, you know, I don't want to interrupt you when you're talking.
No, I said I'm going to build your.
But you said something regarding to the fact of like, if, you know, if it's, I don't know. I guess I'm gonna say this because I can't remember because my mind is on this. I want to say this in closing though. We talked about the being thankful. We talked about the different people's going through things, being in family. This is family time. See, if the holidays, Thanksgiving, it's kind of the kickoff. That's where it starts, and then who gonna get a gift? All right. But let's keep it 100 when I say everything I was saying from Sam to Lisa and that story that I was trying to share with people, and then father and son, and, you know, if you accepted being gay. And the whole point is I'm saying is that we as family members and relatives, we all are living our own individual trials. Mm-hmm. We're going through our own individual things. And on the Mitchell&Mitchell Sip and Spill show, we created this show so everybody can have a platform to talk about things that is very uncomfortable to talk about. Mm-hmm. And I want to say something, just what is said about me. I'm going to address this just straight up or directly. And that, you know, one of the things I think that for me is that I can say I like to speak about the truth, but some would say, how you know that's the truth? So what I'm going to say, it's my truth. I'm not trying to interject or be trajectory to anyone else, but I'm saying most of the time I'm talking about something that your ass already have experienced in the first place. And the fact that I'm saying it and I created a platform to be able to talk about it is just more truth that adds to that story. And there's more truth than what it is. I'm 100% thankful for a lot of things, that the fact that I'm sitting up here today and I be able to talk and be able to share, encourage people to love one another, to be there for one another. And just, you know, I know Sip, you just said, this is what comes to me now about living your best life. It's connotations for me with that, because everybody have their own different way, what they look at saying living their best life. So overall, what Sip is saying is that living your best life and don't be putting up with bullshit. But more importantly, I'm saying deal with your own bullshit is what I'm encouraging. I'm saying stop putting that on other people to fix shit that's going on with you. And stop shitting on people that love you with all your fuckery, because that's an issue in itself. You know, so I'm just saying that to say, be thankful if you got somebody loving your crazy, ignorant ass. Why this thing called life is fucking us all up, because it is. We all got all different type of battles. And to my brothers and everybody that's going to hear this, that's also incarcerated, listen, if nobody ain't told you, your girl Kimmy Kim love you, and everything and anything you've been through, you have done your time. And therefore, when it's time for you to step into the purpose that God said that you're supposed to be, and that's why we created what we're doing right now. There's nobody above or beyond anyone. And if you putting yourself on some type of pedestal that you this and you bigger and you better, then you're not. You already failing at that, sis or bruh, because that's not how it goes in the first place. I'm just saying, if you can look to your right and see an auntie that you ain't seen, or that's, you know, 3, 4, 5 years your senior, you can look to your right and see your mother and your father. You are already blessed and doing better than most. And the fact that if that mother, that father, and that auntie can look you straight in the face and say, I love you, a lot of people ain't never even heard their mother, father say they love them. You understand me? So if you already got that, you already doing better than most. I'm just saying, it's the little things that we need to be more appreciative of.
And to my ladies, there are some men that love the fuck out of you. They may not be 6 foot tall. They may not be dark and handsome like you would want them. They may not even have this six packs and all that. But it's some men that are willing to give their lives. I'm not talking about the insane, crazy motherfuckers. I'm talking about people that are there. There are some men out there that are willing to be a father to your motherfucking child. Your actual kid's father will be a father to your child if you allow them to. There are people out there that care about you. I understand, women, you've been holding shit down. You've been locking it down like a motherfucker. I give you that. But just remember, we all still need each other. Love on each other. And sisters also, there's other women. Don't hate on each other. I'm a man. And one thing I can say, one thing for sure, two things for certain. One thing men do, we're going to deal with shit. A lot of times we don't get to the petty thing because eventually it's going to come to blows. And if you ain't ready to go to blows and go into gunshots, we ain't doing all the man, he this, he that, because eventually they're going to come head to head. So we try to fix that shit quickly, because it's going to be some consequences and repercussions, you feel me? But for your women, if there's a sister out there doing her thing, don't hate her, don't shit on her because she's trying this and trying that and this, that, and the other. And then women, There are men, again, that love you, that want to be an example. It's a person out there that looks out, that could be a priest, provider, protector, not necessarily your man, but somebody that can be, if you're not sexually attracted to them, but it's somebody that could be there for you and your child and your family, that could be that extra protection. Don't overlook the person that's there, okay? There are people that love you. Again, I'm not telling anybody to settle. That is not ever what I'm telling you to do. If you feel like you're selling, hell no, I'm telling you to do that. But I am saying there's people you might be overlooking. Sometimes people be overlooked because you think they're simple. You think they're too cool. They're close. They're your brother. That's my brother. Don't you want somebody? I've seen people that have siblings that like, man, my sibling is pretty cool. And I understand that there are people like, that's a disgusting thing. But there's certain qualities that some of your siblings may have. You're like, man, that's a brother, cool dude. I don't know why these women acting crazy. My brother, man, if I met a dude like my brother, that'd be cool. Not my brother, but like my brother. There are men out there that love you and want to be there for you and your child and be there to help you and be there whatever. I'm just saying, think about it, look around and see your surroundings. Listen, are we
well, I can't let you say that without saying this to brothers. So I'm gonna talk to my brothers.
To brothers.
Now, you just said the sisters give brothers chance. I want to say to brothers that there's women out there that love you and appreciate you for who you are with the fupa, as y'all have too, with with the issues of you're a felon, you done been back and forth to jail, you don't know, you done lost your way, you got 5 kids, maybe 4 or 5 different baby mamas. I'm saying to my brothers too, all I'm saying is that, and I think Sip, you're saying this to women, and I would just want to hone in and say the same thing to the guys, is that sometimes the way people show up in your life is not the way you thought they would. And that is, it's not even about, and I know everybody look at your looks first, but I'm telling you, I would rather be, and I know for Kimmy Kim, I'm speaking on this, and yes, I'm going to toot my own horn, and that is that I'm way more beautiful on the inside than I could ever be on the outside. Because I've truly believed that when you really want something for yourself, you have to be that. So women, you can write down all the things you want this man to be. And then after you get through doing that shit, ask yourself the question, are you that? I mean, is you rocking that? Are you got everything that you want him to be? Are you that? And the same thing for you, fellas. You want her to be this and that and the third, but are you that? Because then and only then, I truly feel that you would get exactly what you want. That's my take on that.
Okay, people, we love you guys. As you already know, we like you, we love you, we want more of you. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share. And please share the content.
Yeah, share our content, y'all.
So we're trying to get our likes up. We're trying to get our subscribers up. And we want you to help us get our subscribers up. We did a show last week with our R&B and gospel. We do another show, part 2. We'll give that details later. That's going to be a really, really nice event. But listen, we like you, we love you, we want more of you.
And thank all the ones, Sip, that just became subscribers. I'm happy. We on our way to 200. I'm happy.
Thank you. We appreciate all you guys on Instagram, on Facebook, on YouTube. That subscribe and like this. We really appreciate it, guys. We're doing this stuff. We doing our shit out the mud. We could have spent a lot of money to try to just buy this, that, and the other, but we're trying to do our thing as organic as possible. And we like our subscriber base. The people that follow us really kind of, I think, like us. They like who we are. Yeah. They like how we do. We do a bevy of things. We have not been doing a lot of characters lately because things have been a little bit busy. But that's no excuse. We're going to get back on top of that. Follow us on Instagram and for I think it's Snapchat and TikTok for those things. We have that on there. But and then thank you guys for the people that came to the event. Kevin Vassar, brother, I appreciate you. I don't know if you watched the video. RJ Mitchell, brother, I appreciate you. I love you guys. Both you guys did an awesome job. If you guys have not seen it, go back and watch the show we did last week with and you'll see other people posting videos. We have different content, different sound. Our sound was a little bit not what we wanted to be, but we had to do. We appreciate it. We did. And then also KR Samaj was one of the House of Crujour Gaudy, the clothing line.
Yeah.
They were our sponsor, and we want to appreciate you and thank you guys for rocking with us. We'll make sure you guys get all the information that you want on there. We like you, we love you, we want more of you. Again, subscribe, share, let them people know that we out here. Show us some mad love, and then let us know if there's some things you want us to talk about, to articulate. If you want to join in on live or talk to us on the show or do an interview with us, it'll be very, very fun. And we would love it. I think you would love it. Build each other up. Okay, networking.
That's right. That's right. And you can find us on Spotify where you can just listen to us also. And I think that is, and that's the Mitchell&Mitchell Sip and Spill. And on all our handles, everything is Mitchell&Mitchell Sip and Spill. We definitely want to give a good thanks and appreciation to all the people that's been rocking with us with the up and downs and sipping out and been through over the last year. And we're looking forward to bigger and better things, guys. We got things coming out that I think that you all would truly enjoy. And for all the new subscribers that this may be the first time you watching our show, this is exactly how we get down, and we welcome you. We like it, all the comments. We liking you all to send in, DM us. We here. We will. You talk to us, we will talk back. Mm-hmm. So we want to say we're appreciative. We're very, very appreciative to our international fans. Thank you so much for watching, being there, especially for our concert last what we did with BPEP. So you guys stayed up and kind of watched it. So I just want to say I appreciate that. I think we are extremely thankful, and I'm looking forward to what's coming up next.
I want to shout out to my son, Gordon Karras and Margie K. Jordan, my son, Edwin Mitchell, lives in DC, who's in town. My shout out to my son Dylan Mitchell. Shout out to my daughter Eden Mitchell. They all killed and kicked ass for Thanksgiving this past weekend. I appreciate that. I appreciate my baby mama for even pulling up at the event. I wasn't expecting to see her to come to an event that we did last weekend. It was a shock. I want to appreciate my sister and my niece, JD, my tiger, and my sister Monica for showing up to the event. Nikki, we haven't hung out in a while, brother. I want to tell you, I appreciate you guys. I love you guys a whole lot. I really, really appreciate you guys. Dad, for being there and giving us the space to do what we need to do. My father, Ed Mitchell, me and him have been working to make sure our relationship has been stronger and stronger. And Dad, I appreciate you. And I love you. Give some prayers out to my father right now. He's getting little health issues right now, but he's going to be okay. And we believe in that same thing with my partner, Kim's mom, and making sure she put prayers out for Kim's mother, that she's doing well and she's on it, because they're both at the same age. So my father and her mother are at the same age. So we want to give love and light to them and prayers to them and appreciating to our family members. I like to give love out to Devin and Dylan Mitchell, who are supporters of the show as well. They watch as they tell their mother that's her sons. They watch the show. Demar, my little buddy, what's up with yourself? I know you probably watch this on TikTok. Your butt not supposed to be on it like that. We want to tell you we appreciate you. We're gonna get your little butt. Yes. And DJ, listen, get on the show, man. We're gonna do a show for you, some comedy for you.
Mommy,
DJ.
Love you, DJ.
DJ, we love you, man. I haven't seen you since I saw you and your mom wasn't feeling well, but listen, we got mad love for you too. Carl, brother, I appreciate you for the charm. Carl has been a big supporter the last few weeks. He's been loving getting online with us. That's right. So these are all the things people we're thankful for, and I'm just giving a shout out for all the people that rock with us and everything. Courtney, we see your ass. Courtney, you and Antonio, thank you. Antonio,
because he's a real good watcher.
Antonio, I haven't met you, brother, but I heard a lot about you, and I want to appreciate you and tell you thank you for that.
Brother-in-law.
Vanessa, and Amos. Vanessa, thank you so much for rocking with us. Vanessa been rocking with us from day one. We appreciate you. Wendy. I haven't heard from you in a minute, but I hope you're good. We're gonna talk to you real soon.
Okay.
Yeah, that's Mary Mitchell. That's that. You know what I'm saying? So that's her calling in and saying she don't care what we doing. She's watching the show. Since she called in.
I want to give a special thanks to Mary Mitchell, which is Sip's stepmom. However, I call her mom, and just being there and supporting Sip and I, whatever we want to do. And I think that is absolutely a very intricate part for us in being there. I think that's great. I mean, Sip running it down saying thank. You know me. I don't ever know how. We probably don't know how either one of us is going to show up. But I do want to make sure that I say thank you to everybody. I think that knows that we love and rock and care about them.
And all our people that rock with us from the beginning. I know I'm missing some people, and forgive me for that. But I do love you guys very much. My goddaughter came and saw me, so I appreciate you guys. Listen, it's been real and it's been fun. And every time we do our show, every time we connect with you guys, every time we get to have a sip and spill on our Mitchell&Mitchell Sip and Spill show and a podcast, every time we connect, Every time we get to love on you, give you some sort of perspective, give you some information, give you our insight, our opinion, share some shit that you share with us that you don't necessarily want to say, you want to say for us. Every time we get those opportunities as well, it's always, and I don't give a damn what nobody say about you. We fuck with you the long way. All y'all. For real, for real. Especially if you fuck with us the long way. It's always real. I don't say this lightly. We have a good time. Sometimes we may not smile. Sometimes we may not always be kikiing and shit. But when we do what we love, and I pray that each of you get a chance to live out your passions, live out your dreams. I speak this over my life, our lives, that I continue to live out my passions, my dreams. I want you to do the same thing. I tell my kids now, I want you to leave this world empty. That is my commitment to myself, to what I want to do. Kimmy feels the same way. We don't want to go get buried with all the stuff in us. That stuff's going to be out there. I told Kimmy, we're going to do stuff, even if it's one person, two people. We're going to put it out there. We're going to let you know. We're going to share of our hearts, what God has given us, the universe has given us, the spirits, whatever you want to call it. Whatever's the light that's in us. That's what BPEP is about, too, our nonprofit. We want to leave this world empty. The things that we've got that are gifts within inside of us, we want to share that with you. We're not selfish. We're not stingy. We're not know-it-alls by no stretch of the means. I wouldn't even try to act like I know that shit. But there are certain things, there are certain wisdom, there are certain things that we've been given at certain times. We give it. So every time we do these things, it's always real, fulfilling, satisfying, and real motherfucking fun. I wouldn't change this for the world. And I encourage you to do the same thing. God bless you guys. Like, subscribe, and share. Don't keep the shit to yourself. And I'm gonna tell you something. She like words. We say words of encouragement. We want to hear from you. Like, for real, no bullshit. I want to hear from you. I want to know that you out there. I want to know that you fuck with us. I want to know that what we say matters or don't matter, or if we miss some steps. I want to hear it because I'd rather know than not know. That's always been my case. Okay? We'll holler you back next time we're on air. Follow our next episode. It's going to be real good, y'all. We love you guys.
Peace, y'all.
Peace out.